Hi, welcome back to my channel. Zoe here. This evening I have a multi-photo layout for you. I've been hoarding these photographs of my children at the play park for forever really, because I wasn't sure what to do with them, because they're two landscape photos and one portrait photo. I wasn't entirely sure how to use them all, and in the end I just thought I'm just going to throw them all on the one layout. And this video happens to be the one I mentioned the other day, where I said I had one more layout from Lottie Loves Paper kit, and I wasn't sure what I'd done with it. Well, I found it. Yay! So you can see I'm down to scraps. I don't have any full-size pieces of paper left. So I'm just trying to work out how I can create a nice base layer using only what I have. And I know I want to layer with some navy because there's some beautiful blue tones already in the photographs. So I'm just going through to try and find some lovely navy scraps that I can use as layers behind my photographs. So you can see I've added it to the upper left and to the bottom right. And then I'm going to add in a touch of blue, but in a much lighter way, with the cloud print in a moment. And you can see I've actually layered it behind a photograph, but that's not how I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it to create a faux strip across the whole page, because you can see this scrap, this large scrap, it's not full-sized. This large scrap is quite small and it doesn't fill enough of the white space to look as though it's deliberately that size. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it makes sense. So I'm going to use some scraps to create a much larger area for my photos to go on. And I'm okay with having it be slightly smaller. That's fine by me. You know, it is what it is when you're working with only scraps. You do have to make some compromises somewhere along the line, because otherwise you would just use a full 12 by 12 piece, wouldn't you? So I'm just layering my photos on top there, just making sure they fit nicely. And then I'm going to start the process of adding the layers behind, just so I can see how big they're going to look on the background, so I know where I need to add things and where I don't. And you can see straight away adding that navy gives me a wholly new corner. So that navy corner, I've got the corner of the photograph in the upper left, I've got the corner of the navy, and then I've got the contrasting corner of the pink. So although that pink layer is so much smaller than the white base layer, it actually works quite well because the corners are offset. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me, and sometimes it's really hard to explain something that makes perfect sense to you, but you haven't vocalized it. It's really hard to explain what it is that you're doing when it's something you just automatically do. Does that, if that sort of is a better explanation? So again, I'm just adding some layers onto these photographs now, just creating some nice area to work with. Just going through the Chamel Little by Little pad, which is such a pretty pad, it really is. I'm just trying to find something that I know will work for me. I'm going through the scraps. I love that floral, which I think is no, I think that is from this pad. I couldn't remember then whether that came from the Maggie Holmes pad or not. I actually think I don't use any Maggie Holmes on this. I think I just used the Little by Little, so I'm not sure why I suggested that I used Maggie Holmes, because I didn't. You see, I'm struggling with this layer just a little bit because I want the right colours of the circles to pop through. So I was just struggling with the placement a little bit. And you can see straight away, even though I've got that base layer of the pink now, that it's not looking quite so obviously too small. Now that I've started to add some layers behind the photographs, it works much better. So I've added a branding strip up at the top there, that floral one, and I realise I need something down at the bottom. So I go to the sticker sheet, which is always a handy go-to, and I have one of the lovely full-length stickers that works quite well down at the bottom there. I'm just paper piecing to make sure there's no stray ugly looking gaps, because I don't want stray gaps. Who wants stray gaps on a layout? So you can see I'm committing to my photo placement now, making sure that my corners are offset, just to give it some nice interest. And fully committing to the next one. Oh, I think my tape's run out there. I've gone off to find some more tape. And struggling with my tape apparently, as you do. I have such a nightmare with this tape. I don't know. It sticks so well, but it's such a pain to get off the backing. So you can see that I don't want to place that photo down now, because I've realised that the bottom of my photo clashes just slightly with the bottom of that sticker. And you can see her leg blends into the sticker just a little bit. The blues are too similar, so I'm going to need to layer something else underneath her, underneath the bottom of that photograph, just to stop her blending into that sticker. So I've found another scrap and I'm going to go ahead and layer that in. I'm going to peel it all up a little bit and then layer it in. You can see that it doesn't blend in as much, but I realise it's too bold and just a little bit too glaringly different. So I'm just going to go and find something else that I think will work a little bit better and not be quite so jarring on the eye. And I find this beautiful heart print scrap, which is super duper pretty, and black and white polka dot sort of looking things always go well with everything, in my opinion. So I don't mind using that, because I think black and whites work with everything. So today is Tuesday. This will be going up this evening, and oh my goodness me, March will be done on Friday. That's insane. It's gone so fast. And obviously we've got my live feed on Saturday, which is at 8 PM UK time. You'll have to do a quick Google to find out what time that will be for you, but oh gosh, it's gone so fast. As we stand right now, I think there's £155 we've raised for Mind through the Just Giving page, which is amazing, and I cannot thank you all enough. That is truly mind-blowing. And I think as we stand today, I think in my AdSense account there's about £60, $60, something like that, and obviously Alex is going to double that as well. So yeah, we've really gone all out, and we've raised so much money for Mind. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe how much money we're going to get to donate to them. You guys are the best, and if I could love on every one of you, I would. I do have a little plan in mind actually, so that we can all sort of connect at some point. But that's something I'm tentatively thinking about, so I'll leave that till it's a better idea. What am I doing? I'm just backing this flag sticker from the sticker sheet, because the pink blended in just a little bit too much, so I've backed it onto a really thin border of white, just so that it pops up, and I'm going to have my title be Winter Sunshine Adventure. The sunshine, I think, is from the Crepe Paper Oasis puffy sticker sheet, and the winter words, alphas, are Crepe Paper Maggie Holmes. So I've just found this cut apart from this Chamel collection, and I'm just going to use that for my journaling. I'm just going to cut it to shape, because it felt like that pink was too much. It felt almost like trapped white space, or trapped pink space, I suppose. It wasn't working very well with my title added on, so I thought if I add my journaling up there, it will start to even itself out into more of a grid shape, despite it not being a true grid. You can see it's got the 4 quadrants, even though they're different sized quadrants. There are 4 very definitive quadrants now, which works really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my puffy sticker, which came apart as I pulled it up. I'm not sure if that was meant to do that or not, but it did anyway. So I'm just going to struggle with my my placement there, and then I'm going to add the winter separately. I'm going to take it off the, oh, what am I doing? I'm moving it over. I feel like it's placed incorrectly. And then I'm going to take the winter off the thickers alignment guide because I want it to be placed by hand so that it sits perfectly above those letters. And you can see I'm starting in the middle of the title there, just to make sure that it's perfectly central, which is the easiest way to do it when you've got an even number of letters, or a similarly even number of letters, should I say. It's not quite even either side, but because one of them's an I, it works quite well. So we're just going to pretend that what I said made sense. Hey, I don't always make sense, but I do to myself, so that's what matters. So you can see I've gone ahead with my journaling there, and now I'm just going back to the sticker sheet just to see if there's anything else I can use. And I love that little tree, and I love these clouds, and I figure the clouds kind of work because it was you know, it was a cold, clouded, winter sunny day, sort of, and the tree works because we're in the park, so that's, you know, I'm going to use them. I think it works. And you can see I've gone ahead and added another of the stickers from the sticker sheet, and I've just cut it in half first so that it's a nice thin layer, just to bring that navy back down as well, because I've added more navy up the top with the journaling box. I felt like it needed balancing down at the bottom as well. So I'm going to add another puffy sticker. This one's saying fun, which works quite well, and it gives me a nice angle on the gold, because I have the fun, which is in gold, I have sunshine, which is in gold, and then up at the top there's a gold foil on those stickers, which my studio lights are shining on at the moment, so you can't necessarily see it's gold, but it just gives me a nice 3 separate points of gold. And I don't know what I'm doing with this flag. Why would I think of putting it there? That would be ridiculously stupid. I keep doing this. If you noticed, I just like to just see if I can just add something floating in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why I keep trying that out. I don't know why I think it will work. Maybe one day it will, and I will be proven right in my floatiness. Who knows? Who knows? But I think that's about it for this layout. I think I'm going to give it a doodly border, which I do. Again, just to close off the white so that the white feels more a part of the layout than just as a backing. I want it to feel like one of the layers of the layout because it's quite heavily layered in the centre. And that's about it. I would love to know what you think. I don't tend to make too many multi-photo layouts, but I would love to add more to my regular process videos if it's something you'd like to see. So let me know down below. And I'll be back tomorrow with the next video. So thank you ever so much for watching. And don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you like this video. And I will see you tomorrow.